Hello, fans. Michael Koff here. I am today, being May 4th, gonna pay a little tribute for a second to Star Wars. May the 4th be with you. Love that series. And wearing my Trust I'm a Jedi shirt in tribute to that day. Now, switching over, I'm gonna just share with you a couple of experiences I got to experience that really had an impact in my life and were a little bit paranormal. Now, the first one was over one of my birthdays. I took a trip to Egypt and did a river cruise up the Nile. And on the day of my birthday, actually got to go into the king's chamber and of the Great Pyramid, and there was a black sarcophagus holder or container there that they would put it in. And the amazing thing was, it was actually bigger than the space allotted. And sorry for getting my thumb in there. I'm getting used to holding my phone on its side. But what ends up happening is when you lay down in this black marble-esque sarcophagus holder, if you put a tuning fork in there, it resonates and you can actually experience a journey of sorts or experience an energy in a new way, which was really super cool and is an experience that I will truly cherish. And I was grateful to my dear friend William Henry and his wife Claire Henry for taking us on that journey. And also met a lot of great friends over that week, and it was an experience to walk into the temples in Egypt and to feel and see what life was like back then, and to travel up the Nile and realize that everything you're seeing and feeling is the same as what they did, with the exception of a few modern changes. For example, in Cairo is now a modern city, but a lot of the Nile basin, since it was rerouted, has remained as it was. And on the journey to one of the locations, we actually got to see the mountains where the Nag Hammadi scrolls were found, which was pretty cool for any of those who are familiar with those. And the architecture and the style of the buildings is just awe inspiring and is something that I do not think we'll ever be able to recreate on our own. And there is much mysticism and spirituality to Egypt and to those famous locations like the Osirian, the Temple of Isis, the Temple of Hepsut. That just was a truly awesome experience. And being a Reiki master, I was able to use my Reiki to help a lot of the people in the tour group, and it was a feeling that, like, a connection to the land that was very unique and really empowering, and was really such a cool experience. Now, a few years later, I had been asked several times to do sky watching with a friend of mine and a few other friends. And for those of you who don't know, sky watching is where you sit down and just look into the stars, and you're looking at possible satellites going by, looking for UFOs, which are unidentified flying objects in the sky, and other mysterious objects or phenomenon. And on this trip into Arkansas, I met up some really cool friends, and they have a huge property there where you can do crystal mining, and also was featured on Josh Gates with one of his shows, and was really cool to walk around and see what he would have seen, and to see the video of what brought him there and all the activity that's happening there. And one of the things that was really interesting is while we were taking a tour of the land during the day, there were places where you could see the trees were bent into X's, and come to find out that if any of you are cryptid followers, that X usually marks the spot of Bigfoot activity in the woods, and you could definitely feel dimensional energies there, and the crystals in the ground giving off energy. And when we were at night doing the sky watching part, I was doing some EVP work, trying to see if I could hear anything, and we had an object start swinging that was not touched by anything, and so it was really cool to see the spirits interacting that way, and hearing voices that were coming from unknown sources. So definitely was paranormal. And I was with one of the owners, and she was next to me when we hear something behind me, like something fell. Now, mind you, we are in an enclosed stage that has a roof, the sides are enclosed, and it just opens up to flat land. Well, come to find out, when we turn our flashlights on and look behind us, a crystal has fallen to the ground out of nowhere. And the owner looks at me and says, "This crystal wants to go home with you. So this is your crystal, and it's a gift for you from the land." Now, I keep that crystal near me all the time and cherish the gift that the spirits gave me, because I cannot explain where this crystal came from, and believe that they were offering me a gift because of my respect for the land, and the fact that I also respected the spirits, and we did see some unusual sky phenomenon on that visit, and do look forward to returning to that location in Arkansas, and hope to be able to do an investigation there again at night. It is a really cool place, and it is a lot of fun if you can get them to talk to you about the crystal digging, and they will go with you, or was my experience. They went with us, one of them did, and was really helpful in trying to figure out where the best place to find the crystals in the ground is. And so, for many of you may know that there is talks of a lot of crystals under the ground in Arkansas, which are rumored to be the keeping the knowledge of the ancients and a source of wisdom. And it is a very soothing and energetic location. So this has been a video about my experience in Egypt and in Arkansas. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. That way you can see when I will be posting my videos from my next adventures. Alright, have a great Star Wars Day, everyone. May the 4th be with you. Talk to y'all in the next one.